Testing? There we go. The microphone wasn't working. Good job, me. Very good job. Okay. Today, we're doing a Neon Odyssey review. That's right, the animated video, not the D&D supplement that's coming out soon. Let me get this mic adjusted. Even with a gain booster, this Rode mic is very, very quiet. I'm not nearly so quiet in real life. Let me get all of the other stuff going. And then we'll get started here in just a minute. Okay. Right. Let me explain. This is a tool that I wrote in Python to review video. I'm gonna load whatever I loaded last. Oh, this is great. This is in the incorrect aspect ratio. This is meant to be a vertical video, but whatever. I actually don't know. Can I reset it? There we go. There's something bizarre going on. But the actual video we review today won't look like this. I can click through a video frame by frame, gives me random frames from the video, and I can rank them on a tier list from S to D. And I can save that, and I can load it, and everything's good. Are you getting audio? You should be. Let me see if I can see it spiking. Hang on. No, where does this usually come from? It should be the game audio track, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is the audio not working? Oh, maybe it didn't load the audio right. Let me do some quick stuff here. I'm going to close this and reload it just to make sure that's not the issue. We should have the correct game audio. It must just not work on load. That's a bug. Someone write that down. Okay. I am going to hide this from you so that I can open my window. What is that called? But the files? The file explorer? Yeah, that's it. Because I don't want you looking at how things are made in the kitchen. Behind the kitchen, behind the curtain. Behind the kitchen curtain. Let me get the video loaded up. This is a music video and an advertisement. Not my advertisement. This is someone else's advertisement called Neon Odyssey. It's a D&D supplement, but they made an animated music video for it, and I'm going to be reviewing it today, frame by frame, and adding those frames to a tier list. This will be the best possible thing. There you go. Okay. Let me see here. So I'm hoping that this does not break. I've loaded the video path up, so this should now be able to process. This will probably take quite a while to process. It has to go through frame by frame and adjust a bunch of stuff. And if you're wondering how I got the video, don't think about it too much. I had planned on recording the video using like OBS or something to just record the browser, but why did it say it's not responding? Nah, it's fine. It should be fine. Just recording the browser, that did not end up being what I did. I had to use a different tool that you can probably find out about online. I figured out that if I just recorded the browser, I would probably get a lot of issues of the OBS not syncing with the frame rate of the video, and we'd get like weird smearing and blurring and stuff. I'd love to have the original video that did not go through YouTube's like post-processing stuff, but unfortunately I could not get that. It was not available. Why is this acting the way it is? I've never tried to put 5 minutes of video through this tool, so I don't know what's breaking. Probably should have tested this, right? My CPU's at 38, my memory's at 33, and most of that's Discord, so I should probably close Discord. Goodbye, Discord. Farewell. And then Google Chrome. It's taking up a lot of space. I mean, I think I'll just have to leave it and let it do its thing. Yes, we'll see. Oh, you can't even see that it's like grayed out. I should have thought about this some more. There's only 8,000 frames in the video, so it should be fine. Right? 8,000 is not a lot. It is doing a lot of reading and writing to the disk, so that could be it. And I guess I should have added some way in the back end to see if it's still working. That would have been useful. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. Let me open this. Yeah, this is my window. I'm looking at this down here to see if anything's changing, and nothing is. The actual video processing is this block of code here. And I don't have any, I guess I have some print statements, like if things fail, but if nothing's failed, it's probably not hanging. It's probably just taking forever and not actually updating the GUI, which is fine. And I do expect this to take like 15 minutes or something, so maybe we'll just give it a while. While this is loading, let's do something else. Something else. What I want to do is here. Look at this. We're doing oh, why is this not correct? I'm going to be designing a boss for upcoming D&D thing. So if you're in the D&D party, don't watch this. We're taking a quick break from the review stuff. I'm letting it load. Or we're going to see if it can load. Let me actually add a note about that so people don't get freaked out when they drop in here. We're not doing Neon Odyssey stuff. There we go. Cool. Okay. I'm designing a boss called Mist. Mist was an elf who found an interesting way to mutate himself into a dragon. That is narratively significant. In terms of the boss stat block, it will come up infrequently. I've got most of it done. This is just the base for a bronze dragon, I think. And then I'm swapping out its breath attack for a new one, which is going to be somewhat random. I'm assuming that the new dragon will not be able to control its breath, and it's created by like scientific experiment, so we're to give it some random effects. I'm thinking a D4. And I want it to either have a water breath attack that I've been using for other enemies, or fire. So it'll either be a 15-foot by 30-foot line, or a 30-foot cone of fire. Sure, I think that works. So I guess it's a D2. Flip a coin, roll a D2. On... Is there a way in the monster manual that this is actually... Okay, what if I do this? Roll a D2. And then we do like the success failure schema, right? So one missed... what is the wording? This is why I'm not a designer, folks. I guess I am, sort of, but... They have like a standard language with which they talk about things that I don't have. And that you only get from really keeping a solid dictionary of what terms you use when. And I suppose I'm a bit used to the old style of a more descriptive description. Why does this seem like it's not in the correct spot? Why are there no spaces? Have spaces, please. Okay, is this loaded? No. Still not responding. Well, maybe we could just give it some more time. Okay. Each creature in a 15-foot by 30-foot line. Oh my gosh. Is it obvious that a line like this should be, like, from its face should be stretched out towards the players? That its width is 15 foot by 30 foot? Just add W and L. Or maybe I do this. So 1 is a dexterity. Throw. Dexterity saving throw. DC 15. Each creature in this line dexterity saving throw like this. DC 15, each creature in a 15, yep, this, cool. And then failure. It's 31. So it's supposed to be 78 damage, not 78, but 7d8, dice 8. Fire damage. For this enemy I'm looking at here. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong freaking enemy. I need the damage dice for a different... It says brass, I need bronze. There we go. So this is doing 9d10. Which is fine if you're fighting level 8 characters, but... I guess I could have it be the fire... Or what if I split it up between necrotic and the other damage type? So what if it's... 3d10... bludgeoning damage and 3d10 necrotic damage. Okay, and then I think for clarity's sake, we need a... This is a little bit complicated. This one should be 2. Because the fire one is going to be just this simple. This will be 1. In a 30-foot... This is going to be a 30-foot cone. Why is this not lined? There we go. So on a 1, it's regular. This is just fire damage. This is like a normal fire breath for a dragon. Although it does necrotic and fire because of the way that mist is. And then on a 2, you do a dexterity saving throw DC 15. Each creature in a 15-foot by 30-foot line. (3d10) bludgeoning damage and 10d10 or 3d10 necrotic damage, which is fine. It's pushed back to the end of the line and knocked prone. Push back to the end of the line and oh, that was strange. And knocked prone. Okay, I actually need the success for this one as well. Is that how you spell success? I hope so, because that's how I'm spelling it. Is this working? Did this work? Is it just broken? Is it just broken and I'm stupid? It might just be broken and I'm stupid. Success, half damage of each type. Okay, success, half damage of each type. And push back 5 feet. Okay, and then regardless of either damage type, I want to add a fear mechanic to this as well. Maybe it's a little bit too complicated to add a fear mechanic. Or maybe I could do it in this traits. I'm also shooting for the CR8 range of things, so I'm hoping to stay near. I reduced the damage die by 4. Right, that should be fine. What does any dice say about this? Average of 3d10 is either 16 or 17. So I guess we'll go with 17 is the average. Or do we round down for averages? I don't remember. Let's say it's 16. So 6d10 total is probably fine, right? What is the average of 6d10? Uh, 33? Yeah, that's chill. And then I'm adding like a mechanic where they can be knocked down. There's going to be other stuff in this arena, so I think this is probably okay. Most of the... Yeah, if they get caught in 2 breath attacks, there's a chance that they could go down. So that's probably okay. And then plus you have rend. So like the first attack, you could take 30 damage or something. Or no, you could go down with its first attack if it targeted like 1 player. I think that's a good spot. Plus it's going to be healing a lot. So... see if they can solve this one. This is going to be an interesting boss. And they're not just fighting it in a circle, which is my biggest gripe with every game ever, which is that you fight bosses in a giant circle. The first boss is going to be like that, and then every boss after that will not just be fighting in a giant circle. Why is Uber emailing me? I've not used Uber in forever. Okay. This is still not responding. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this process. I'm going to add something in here to print. Well, okay, so this was processing quite a bit. This was actually working. How far did it get? Okay, it got to frame 1919, so maybe I should not have stopped it. Did the audio process correctly? Hang on. The audio processed correctly. All right. Did I run into a storage space issue? No, 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 no. Well, shit, maybe I just should have waited. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Let me pull this back up so you can see it. And then we might take a quick break, and I'm going to go get some lunch. We'll see. I was debating on whether or not I pre-processed this video before stream started, and I really fucked it up. I should have done that. Okay, I want to add a print to wherever it's writing video, or wherever it's writing frames to disk, which is here. Yep, processing frame, this frame out of this frame. No, just give me the friggin' index. Just give me the index. And then we can see if it actually hangs now. This first one, yeah, processing this frame. Right, index is counted from 0. That's good. Okay, let's start this again. This is my bad, everyone. Let me get this video opened. Now if I process this and I look at the, yeah. We look at the console now, we're processing a few thousand frames. There's 8,400 in total, 8,400 as the kids say. And it's got to do a shit ton of writing to disk. It's got to write 8,000 individual frames to my hard drive. Because you can't load this stuff in memory. It will kill the computer. It will bring down the house. And not in the good way. Not in the good way at all. Quite the bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this do its thing. I am going to go get food. And then I will return. And I will eat food. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back with food. I went to Taco Bell for lunch because McDonald's, which I would have preferred, it's a little bit easier to eat. Their drive-thru was full. I'm gonna do my best not to eat on mic, but if I do, it's nothing against you personally. This is taking a while. It is counting off in the background. It's on frame 2,446. In counting. It is getting about one frame every few seconds. Or it's getting a few frames every 1 second. So probably like 3 to 4 frames a second because it's in Python, and Python's really slow. I expect this to take a good 20 minutes, but luckily I came prepared with a story. Let me put some music on so that we're not just sitting here in the silence. I'm uncomfortable with silence. I went to go get my blood drawn. If you don't like hearing about blood draws, probably don't listen to this, but I went to a Walmart to get my blood drawn because it was recommended to me. One of my friends was like, dude, they've got the best blood draws at this Walmart. So I said, okay, I'll go to Walmart and I'll get my blood drawn instead of a doctor or something. I'm certain that they've got some sort of like medical license to be taking your blood away, right? But let me tell you, this was the roughest blood draw I've had. Now, a week before this, the Monday before this, I had my blood drawn then at a doctor's office, and it took 3 nurses, 3 separate attempts to actually get the blood out of my arm. The first lady could not find out where my veins were. She was like, I don't know, your veins don't work. And I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. And so the next one, the next lady came over, stuck a needle in my arm, swished it around a little bit, which I didn't think you were supposed to do, but she did. She swished it around in my arm. And then said, I can't really find your veins, so I'm going to get someone else. And then someone else comes through. They're finally able to get it. But my blood's not coming out of my arm. Like, it did a little bit, and then it stopped. And so she's like, well, move your arm a little bit. Maybe that'll fix it. Like, unclench your hand a little bit. Maybe that'll fix it. I was like, okay. Finally, we get the 2 vials of blood they needed from me for this test, right? And then I go to this Walmart because I'm like, well, that experience was not great in terms of getting my blood work. I need to go for a second blood draw. I'm going to go to Walmart, which has like a Quest Health or something in it. I don't remember what the name of it's called. I'm not your doctor, so I'm not recommending anything to you. But I went to this Walmart, and I sat in the waiting room, and then I go in, they sit me down in a chair. There's a woman there who was not very nice. She was a little bit rude. I kind of got the vibe that this is the place where folks go to get their drug testing done for work. And so she probably had to deal with a lot of rowdy, some place between extremely upsetting to rowdy people. So she just did not want to engage with me at all, right? But she jams this needle in my arm extremely incorrectly. She gets the vein, but like the angle seemed really wrong. It bruised a lot. It's still bruised. It hurt for like the full day after. Like, it was painful. And I had my hand was clenched because I'm like, well, this is 1, painful, and 2, what you're supposed to do is close your hand when you're getting blood drawn. And the blood comes out of the tube and into the vial. And she's like, it's not coming out fast enough. I'm like, this is a recurring theme in my life that my blood is thick. Is that bad? Is your blood not meant to be viscous? And she's like, no, it's fine. Just unclench your hand. And I unclench it, and she goes, whoa, 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 clench your hand again. Because when I opened my fingies, when I untucked my fingies from my palm, the blood in the tube began to violently vibrate and like rapidly flow into the... I don't know what the deal. Like, I don't know how this is getting fucked up so often. It's frankly, I think, unprofessional and concerning for me personally. But yeah, I was doing the I'm sure you probably heard of this. If you're like, this is not an ad, by the way. I'm just gonna talk about my life experience really quick. This thing called Ways to Well. Yeah, I did that. I got my blood drawn. Pretty cool. There's nothing else to this story. I'm not gonna share my personal health details with you. All right, we're at frame 3000, and I'm really just trying to tuck into this food. I don't know what else there is to talk about, really. I've been stewing on the finale of The Boys. The internet has correctly identified that I am upset with Eric Kripe for his work on The Boys. And so, what the internet has done to me, is just put that info in front of me a lot so that I can be upset. And that, like, I'll watch a video for, like, 0.3 more of a second than I would anything else. But, like, it's not helping me. I don't feel any more like I want to buy stuff when I'm angry than I do when I'm not angry. So I don't understand the point. And I'm not even really that upset. I will share one detail of this Ways to Well thing, because I find it interesting. I'm a typically chill person, but I do experience quite a bit of stress. Like, I get stressed out about stuff, or at least I did for a long time. Recently, my stress has been much better. But when they did the blood test, my cortisol is, like, low. Like, my cortisol is all in the dumper, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but, like, for being often stressed out, I don't know how my cortisol could possibly be low. Maybe I'm not really stressed, you know? Maybe I just gotta chill the fuck out. Okay. I'm gonna put you back on break. I'm gonna eat this food. And then hopefully by the time that's done, processing will be finished. If not, I will vamp for a while longer. I think I've got some other stuff I could talk about. But yeah, go back to Breakland. Thank you. Alright, lunch is over. We're done with lunch. If you're eating lunch, cut it out. I am returned once again. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to return. Let's do some more D&D stuff. And then we will jump back to the review. The review is still going to happen. It is just taking a while for that to actually process. It is at frame 4,385. Good news. Okay, let's go back. Let's do some more work on this. I want to add a fright mechanic, a fear mechanic. So the way that Mist is that, well, he kind of looks like a dragon from the outside, but then when he opens his mouth, you find out maybe he's not a dragon at all. And I think that'd be quite frightening. So, it's hard to sell fear when you're just speaking about it. But I think in the moment, they'll be like, this is actually kind of scary. Hopefully. That's what I'm going for anyway. So what would this be? I'm spelling gruesome correctly. Gruesome. Visage. Let me check this. Gruesome. Yeah, I spelled it correctly. Good job, me. Gruesome visage, description. Wow, there's a stink bug. That's good. Okay. At the start of Mist turn, any creature who can see his tongue. I'm not going to explain too much here what this means. Am I spelling tongue correctly? Tongue? How do you spell tongue? I've never spelled this word before, I guess. Is it Tongue? There we go, Tongue. So anyone who sees Miss Tongue must succeed on a, I think it's, is it this now? On a DC 15. What resists the frightened condition? Is it charisma or wisdom? Wisdom, okay. On a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or gain the frightened condition. Until the start of Miss next turn. Next turn. There we go. Good job. Me. Now I had some ideas about making him a spellcaster. I kind of want him to be able to do spell casting, but at the same time, I don't I don't think I should make this boss any more difficult than it is. Like a CR8 dragon for a CR or for a 3 level 6 players is probably enough. Granted, they've killed a young red dragon already, so it's not like they're incompetent, but oh my gosh. I think this is fine. It's got so many ways to make the players either go prone or run away. It's also got fire and bludgeoning resistance, which is fairly strong. You know, like it can't just get fireballed or whatever. Oh my gosh. This is why I was trying to avoid Taco Bell, because it's gonna make my GERD real bad, but you know, what can you do? Sometimes the McDonald's is closed or has 1,000 vehicles in it. Okay. We're at frame of 5,000 out of 8,400 and something. We're getting there, everyone. We're getting there. I think this is probably fine for now. As we get closer, I will adjust it a little bit more. Making the dragon also a spellcaster would be really cool. Because I want to make him an artificer. I'll have to think about it. Because otherwise he's just kind of a dragon. Having the dual or the random breath weapon is interesting because it means the players can't just plan around it as easily, but yeah. And there's gonna be enough complexity with his boss fight of you have to deal with obelisks that are healing him and stuff, and then he's like chasing you, right? Oh, my cat's looking out the bottom crack of the door. Snack, what's wrong? Is there something out there? Every now and again, a neighbor's cat escapes out their door and just comes up to my door to hang out with my cat. Yeah. I think, I don't know the specifics, but I think one time that same neighbor went away for like a weekend and his cat managed to slip past him out the door and was just wandering the halls for a few days. It was very fun. Because like you'd walk out to go to the mailboxes and the cat would be like hiding around a corner, like just watching everyone walk by. Cats are so cool. Why is there a hum on my microphone? What's this? That's weird. The noise gating is not working correctly. I wonder, do I need to plug in? I mean, I could just listen. Hang on. Let me... Advanced. Can I turn my monitoring on? I don't keep monitoring on for my microphone because it's actually really distracting for me, but... Alright, is this working? Testing, testing. 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 Huh. You know, a lot of people say that they don't like the way that they sound when they hear themselves in a recording. It's very interesting. When I was a kid, trying to listen to myself in recording was always like awful. But now that I've been doing this a while, let me actually make this a bit bigger for you. Now that I've been doing this a while, that whole, like, the difference that you hear between when you speak in your head Like when you're speaking and you hear your own voice kind of in the structure of your bones, right? And when you hear yourself record, it has gone away completely. So when I turned on the mic to monitor what I sounded like, I couldn't tell a difference between recorded me and real me, or me in the room with me right now, you know? Okay, you want to do another boss? We could do another boss, or we could do a. Well, okay, I don't know that I. Wow, that's a lot, Snack. Why are you yelling at the wall? No, don't do that. I find that very inappropriate, Snack. Let's listen to music we don't usually. What's on there? Here. We're gonna listen to the Stardew Valley soundtrack. Just one right after the other, all the way through. Snack, what's wrong with you? Why are you Why are you? Well, I guess not misbehaving. Why are you behaving like this? Oh, okay. Are you upset that I'm not currently petting you? You could always walk over to me and I'd pet you, but instead, no, I'm talking. Instead, you sit over there and you say, "But please pet me." And then I know exactly what will happen. If I get out of this chair and I walk over to you and I go to pet you, you're going to freak the fuck out and run away. I know it. I've been here before. Yeah, yep. I've been around the block. Here, you know, let's test it. If I stand up right now, he will run away. Did you not want to be pet? What is your deal? He's hiding under a table. He's hiding under a table. This cat, I swear, he knows what I'm thinking. And his main goal in life is just to rage bait me. It's every day with this fucking cat, man. The rage baiting. It's, frankly, it's inappropriate. Okay. I want to design a new boss. Because I have an idea and I want to put it on paper. There is a... So I'm going through my boss design, right? The party is going... They're running this boss in the encampment that his whole domain is set. And I dig it. I'm shooting for CR4. He's not supposed to be so powerful. I'm going to bleed the party out on resources through this. So, like, they've already fought in 13 enemies. Which, by the way, oh my gosh. They did the coolest shit in the last session. They did like... Hang on. Oh my gosh. They did like a strike team on a group of enemies. They saw a checkpoint that the enemies had set up on a road. And there's like 3 people monitoring this checkpoint, right? One of the players has an ability to use wings, so he can fly for like a minute. One of their NPC that's going along with them cast Longstrider on him, so he could get the jump on them from very far away. Right, so he's cruising, he's flying. One of the players has an item that lets them cast... Snack, stop it. Stop. Lets them cast Arcane Gate once a week. So she casts Arcane Gate from a while away. It's nighttime. They all teleport into camp. One of the players drops from the sky on mutated wings. Kills the patrol captain in one hit. Because he just fell from the sky on top of him and cut his throat open. Which was badass enough. Everyone else teleports in. They kill a red dragon wormling and a actually pretty powerful shaman guy in a round. It was awesome. Oh my gosh. These magnets are strong. I'm playing with magnets. Y'all ever play with magnets? Whoa. That was loud. I'm sorry. Hopefully that was not loud for you. Anyway. Moving on. This guy's called Rock. He's a half orc. Or no, he's a full orc. He's full orc. And his camp's got like 60 enemies in it. I wrote a small script yesterday between doing a bunch of other stuff, and oh my gosh, my cat is just over there screaming. And I know if I walk over there, he's gonna run away. I know this. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Do you want to be pet or no? He just hates that I'm speaking and that it's not to him. I wrote a small script yesterday that lets me track, or just prints out a sheet for tracking life totals. And it's 3 pages long for this encampment. And it's like 60 enemies. I don't know if they're going to survive it. We'll see. Not all 60 at once. It's broken up into areas, right? But, like, here, I will just show you. Here. See? Look. There's 7 areas, although technically 1 and 4 are the same. Because theoretically they could have entered the encampment if they had died, or if they had all gone down on the road, they would have woken up here. But then each of these gets like 10 or 20 enemies, right? 6 gets 20. And then everything else gets about 10 to fill out the rest of the century. Not as in the, 100 years, but as in 100 people, which is actually 80-something people, because centuries didn't actually have 100 people in them, but, or didn't usually. Anyway, this guy's the leader of those guys. And his cool thing, what is his cool thing? Oh, he can throw, like, creatures. So anything that's a size smaller than him, he can just pick up and use as a weapon, which I'm very excited about using. I'm waiting till one of the PCs gets close enough to him that he can just pick them up by the throat and hurl them away. What else? So we did Mist. The next boss for this should be Paul. Paul, I'm using the kind of split personality trope to some small extent. It won't be as pronounced as in the previous campaign we did. There was, we're doing this whole thing where, like, all of the characters in the previous campaign are now back, but they're slightly different. They kind of did, like, a dimension hopping thing. And so part of this is, like, the way that things were before, they're different now. So, like, how do you deal with these characters if they've, different upbringings, or if they surround themselves with different people. And this guy, in the previous campaign, had some sort of bizarre complex. I guess not really bizarre, but some sort of complex where whenever his clothes got, like, dirty or something, he would go into a rage. So mechanically he was a rogue. And then suddenly he would switch into a barbarian. For this one, I wanted to be a little bit more straightforward, not triggering on some, like, weird esoteric event. Like his clothes are dirty or something. Maybe this guy is less impacted by something in his early life, but... Yeah. Come here. You want to get pet or no? Okay, I brought Snack. Snack, what do you say to the people? What do you say to the people? Can you speak good English for us? Can you speak? Can you say hello? Hello? What do you say? Oh, yeah, you said something. That's good. Do you want pets? Yeah, you're fine. We're fine. Oh, don't scratch me, please. Thank you. Don't scratch me. Don't scratch me. Just chill out. Okay, he's gonna scratch me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. He was doing that thing where he digs his back claws into your leg so he can spring away from you as fast as possible, when it's not necessary in the slightest to sprint away from me. But he's digging in like a cartoon character, trying to get a grip on the ground when I'm, you know, quite grip worthy, I guess. Is that a thing? Am I speaking English? 6,500 frames, everyone. We're getting close. This guy, I want to have 2 separate stat blocks to fit the kind of dual personality. The first one, rogue. I might even just take the assassin stat block. Humanoid. Is he chaotic evil? No, he's like... He's probably neutral evil. No, he's gonna be lawful. And then his other side is chaotic. Let me get an assassin stat block really quick. What is a blob of annihilation? That's so cool. This is cool. I want to run an all ooze campaign. Is there not just a regular assassin stat block? No, interesting. Not that I can see. Oh, no, there is 22. And they're already CR8? Okay, this is actually pretty good. AC is 16. HP is 97. 15d8 plus 30, which is fun. CR8 damage resistance is poison. I'm gonna just common Thieves Cant. Well, no, he probably would not have Thieves Cant. He'd probably just speak common. And then his stats. It is a little bit bizarre to have a CR8 creature be your assassin. I think that's a little bit bizarre. I might try and power him down a little, just like a wee little bit. But honestly, this party does not need powering down all that much. Like, they've killed stuff that should just kill them. They keep surviving encounters that's like, I think I pushed this one too far, and then it's a cakewalk. The encounter last night that I had intended on, or not last night, on Thursday night, that I intended on having them all go down so that they'd get the prison sequence, or not that I intended, but that I was like, well, it doesn't matter if they go down, so I can just make this more powerful. They were pretty, you know, good against. Like, a lot of the characters went down just because the enemies could do so much damage, but there was never the thought of like, okay, this is it, we're all dead. Because even with the barbarian left standing, they were still doing enough damage that like they weren't going to get caught unlucky or something. So on the one hand, I'm like, well, it's CR8. You know, they're not level 8 for this encounter. They're going to be level 6 or whatever. Am I overpowering it? And every time I've thought maybe I'm overpowering it, it ends up being incredibly easy. So, okay. Passive perceptions is only sense. 16. Skills, stealth is plus 10. Damn, son. Perception is plus 6. Acrobatics is 7. I want to change this guy up a little bit. I want to reduce his con to 10. So no con bonus at all. I'll have to get the average of 15d8. And then I want to reduce his stealth. So instead of getting a stealth bonus, he's going to get some sort of charisma something. What do I want his charisma? So I want to boost his charisma to 14 instead of his... Actually, I'm also going to drop the wisdom buff. And the strength buff. He should be pretty weak. So a 16 charisma and an 18 in... whatever this stat is. He's not going to have a stealth bonus. Instead, he's going to be persuasive. Persuasion. 10. So his insight, his perception, his persuasion is fine. I'm going for a sort of high charisma, high dex. The int buff, he's pretty smart, which I kind of like the flavor of that for an assassin. And then any dice. I need the average. What is it? 15d8? Which gives us a 67 as his HP. Which I guess I could have just subtracted 30. Instead of being a fucking idiot like I usually am. Oh, his saves are not going to be correct anymore. Strength save is plus 0. Charisma save is going to be plus... what is it? 16 plus 3? Wisdom... is a plus 0. Intelligence is a plus 6. Con is going to be a plus 0. And Dex is going to be a plus 7. Cool. His speed is going to be 30 feet. Surprised he doesn't get a higher speed for being an assassin, but that's fine. And he gets an initiative bonus to plus 10. Which I'm not going to include because he's not really an assassin. He's got assassin traits, but this version of Paul is not nearly as assassin coded as he was previously. That said, he does need lair actions, and I believe I'm giving his first form legendary actions, and his second form will not have them. Okay. His first form is also going to be pretty basic. Or no, his first form shouldn't have any legendary resistances. Okay, let's cut this from the block. He's just going to have the evasion trait. Can I copy this over from something? Okay. Evasion. This is the text for evasion. I copied this from old20.net. We know that now. Make a dexterity saving throw. I really don't need the extra linked text here. Thank you. I don't know why it copied the linked text over. That is strange, is it not? Not so strange that I'm surprised, but strange. Oh, if it succeeds in saving throw, only half damage. Cool. Actions. What are your actions? Oh, also, if Paul. It is also funny because he has such a very specifically, like, normal name for an assassin, or for, like, this brutal contract killer that he was in the previous one, that the players never took him seriously until it was like, this guy is going to absolutely fucking kill us if we don't take him out immediately. Because he was body slamming an invisible assassin, like whatever the invisible creature is that stalks you when you trigger it. They had one of those stalking it, and this guy picks up a ghost and like RKO's the ghost. Before that, they were like, this guy's a little bit strange, and his name is too normal for us. In a world of like Harbin, Western, Linnean, Greywind, a guy named Paul stands out as being. Why is this music like this? Let's change it up. What music could we do? Here. Okay. Paul makes 3 attacks. Using short sword. Or light crossbow. In any combination. These are pretty standard attacks. Short sword. We can also cut this out completely. This is not needed. Light crossbow. Melee attack roll +7 because of the way the dexterity works. Reach is 5 feet. So it's 7, which is 1d6 +1. Or no. 1d6 +4. Slashing damage, or is it piercing? Piercing. A short sword could also be slashing, but they should make a messer that is the same weapon, or I guess you could just do that. Make a messer, but it's the same weapon and does slashing damage instead. Because like that totally, someone's fantasy is to carry like a short sword sized slashing weapon. It seems like an easy win. Damage plus 17. 5d6. Poison damage. Oh. I'm typing around a microphone. It's very complicated. And the target has the poison condition. The start of next turn. That's right. I need to capitalize his name. There we go. Light crossbows ranged attack roll. Plus 7 to hit. Range is 80 to 320 feet. Hit is 8. One 8 plus 4 piercing. Plus some poison. Poison damage. Okay, he's got a cunning action, but I'm going to replace his cunning action with not even a legendary action. I guess I'll have to look up how lair actions work in this. I'm going to give him phase 2. This is going to be phase 1. Incomplete. Wait, and then we're going to do a phase 2. Same guy, new stat block. Phase 2. Oh, I think I finished loading. Alright, let's jump over to that then. Here we go, everyone. It's time. I'm gonna make some more tea. You listen to this song. I'll be right back. Today, we are reviewing Neon Odyssey, a music video by The Midnight and Legends of Adventurous. Adventurous, not Adventurous. Whoops. It's a great music video. Let me spam this link in chat so everyone can go look at the link. I should have done that. And I'm going to be reviewing the music video frame by frame. This will do two things. The first, we will get a very in-depth view of this music video. Very in-depth. And two, as long as I comment on every individual frame, this video is fully transformative and therefore review, and therefore I cannot be sued. Hopefully. What am I looking at? Okay, here we go. There you go. That should show up in chat at some point. Go watch the video. It's really cool. I will be reviewing every frame though. You've already heard. We get a little bit of the audio. Just that one frame of audio. Right? Down here in the bottom, I've got buttons I can press to rate the actual video itself. S through D, you know, on a tier list style. So yeah, we should be good. Oh, one more thing. I know that legally I'm protected because this is all transformative in review. But just in case, thank you. Please do not sue me. Legend of Evantress or the Midnight. I'm not playing the music in full. I think theoretically you could go through and you could reorganize every frame and every slice of music and piece the video back together. I think theoretically my code was good enough that that should be possible. But that's not the plan. Also, I want to save this because I don't want to have to reload it. Okay, let's go through and review this video. First frame. Now, you're not gonna get much context for what's going on, but I like this frame a lot. There's a lot of action, a lot of comedy, goofiness. I'm gonna give this a solid A. This is just a boot. It's a cool boot, but it's just a boot. Now this one's good. The color is good, but we're kind of too low to the ground to see any movement. You can kind of see like there's someone framed down here, but then we don't actually get a full picture of what that is. You know, there's a lot of incompleteness going on here. So I'm gonna give this frame a D, which is still very. I want to point out very good, but you know, this isn't every frame's a painting, right? But this one, I wouldn't want this painting on my wall. You feel me? That's what D means. This one, I would want this painting on my wall. This is a pretty good painting. I kind of like just the way that it is. I also like the interior space here. We've got some good reflections going on the underside of this. I don't know how intentional any of that is. That could be like bleed over from a different frame. But it is cool that the reflections that we're actually getting off of everything is good. I also like that this is their dog. So this is one of the characters whose name is Pike. And he is a reference to the character Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. And now this guy's name is Red Indigo, which is of course a rhyme of jet and indigo referring to the color blue, right? So he's a reference to the airline JetBlue. So yeah, I guess this one's pretty good. I'm gonna go with a B. Okay, this one's pretty good. I kind of love to have this as my wallpaper, to be honest. I'm saying this one's got to be an S. You got the kind of lights. I don't know what these lights are meant to do, but the kind of background lights, they're saying like this is a city and it's nighttime. So yeah, that's gonna be an S for me. Oh, this is credits. You can see the music. The song's written by the Midnight. Written by Tyler and Tim. I don't know much about the Midnight. Are these the people in the band? It seems like it, from what I can see. Oh, and someone played the saxophone for them, so that's good. Right, this is all the people who work at Legends of Adventurous. Pretty cool. Let's go. I think a credits page can't get an S, but this is a pretty good... Of all the pages to look at the credits, this is an A. Solid A. Ooh. This one, it should just be a wallpaper. That's an easy S. Okay, we got a bit more noise, a bit more music on this one. That's pretty good. Also a wallpaper. This is pretty great. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Yeah, it's got the dog in it. The kind of robot dog is pretty great. This one also a wallpaper. Incredible wallpaper. I like the different art styles we've got blended up here. So like this is very Dragon Ball. And then well, I don't know what the other ones are, but I just know this one's very Dragon Ball. And this is all something else. I kind of like the painterly backgrounds as well. It's an interesting clash of outside of the character design. What is my cat doing? Snack, did you kill a stink bug? That's great, but can you quiet it down? My cat has killed a stink bug, but the stink bug's wings are flapping. Oh, it stopped. Okay, that's good. It was very loud. I like that the character design is like they're very blocky color anime, and then the background is all very painterly. Oh, no, this one's an S. That's pretty good. Ooh, shark. But he's kind of bashful. He's kind of bashful in this one. I think that's really great. Also, kind of get a little all right, shark, but I will say the shark does not contrast nearly as much with the background as the previous. I'm gonna go with an A. This guy, I don't know what's going on, but he's getting his face touched. This one's honestly probably a C. All right. Now we contrast this to the previous boot. The boot that was booting before. I'm not going to go back to it, but we could. Was very static. This is a boot. This frame has aura in a way that the first boot did not. And I think that this is very good. You can kind of see more of the form of this cowboy, right? You get some more in the background of industry and things. The smoke is very well placed. This is good. This is an easy S. Okay, this one's kind of dour. Again, this could be a wallpaper or a painting. Excuse me. I'm thinking like a B. Okay, this one we got some blur, so that, you know, some inconsistent blur. This could be YouTube's post-processing on the actual video itself. I'm thinking like these guys are all very sharp, and this one's a little bit dull. I probably would not hang this one on my wall. If I had this printed out, I don't know that this frame in particular would go on the wall, so I'm going to give it a D. I guess that's my bar. If it goes on the wall, it can't be a D. But it could, you know, if it's like this on the wall and I probably wouldn't look at it that much, it'd go in C, right? This is pretty great. I mean, this shows off all the characters really well. You got kind of like the dads plus mom situation, which is a new one that you don't see often. And then you got the kids down here really making a mess of whatever game they're playing. This dog is adorable. So, see, if this were on the wall, I wouldn't look at it that often, but I'd still enjoy it more than I think. I'm gonna go with A. Okay, so this one, I think he's thrown this wrench, and that's why it's kind of hovering there in the air. I don't think this one works as a wallpaper. Just the composition's a bit weird. We're kind of mid-motion. And not in a dynamic, like... We're mid-motion, but there's no dynamic to the actual image. Like, this is just out of place. Because it's... Frozen physics do not make for a good visual, typically. So I'm gonna go with a D. Okay, this is cool. We're in motion. It's you know, we're mid motion with this. I just don't think that the composition for this frame in particular quite hits it. I think something else in the sequence would be a very good wallpaper, but I'm gonna get this one a D as well. I like the previous one more, where he's more bashful. Now it just concerns Sharkman. Let's go with the C. This one would be a good background, but the logo is not fully faded in, so it's a little bit low opacity. It looks a little bit like a rush job. Obviously, in context in the video, it's great, but like if you were going to put this as a wallpaper, as a still frame, if I'm ranking each frame, this one's not as strong as the ones before it. So let's go with a D on that one. This one's fine. This is a C. Nothing really to say except for that there's no character. This is again another one of those. There's some dynamic from the explosion, but everything is very still and static in the actual image. So this one is good. This one's good. I like the little drones here. The only issue that I have with the drones being here is just this effect is like mid-motion, but it doesn't make sense in context with the rest of the image, what's going on, just in this frame. So I'm going to give it... I would not hang this one on my wall. Maybe a different still image, but... Or a different image from the sequence, but not this frame. What's the context for this one? So this is fine. I'm feeling like this is going to be another one of those, if we get a different image from the sequence, it'll be good. Also, it's going through randomly out of order, so I'm not biased by the frames that come before or after it. Because if we're just watching the video frame by frame through, it's kind of different than... You know, I'm not ranking each frame individually, I'm comparing it to what's before or after it, right? So I don't want to do that so much. This is good. It seems like we got a tweener here, right? This is definitely not a keyframe, you know, composition. We're mid-motion, but the motion is a little bit static in this frame in particular. We can kind of see that the stretching is good, so that gives us a little bit of motion, but still feels a little bit stuck, I guess. You could put this on your wall. It would not be incredible. Okay, this one's great. It's solid A. Character looking wistfully. Nah, this doesn't do it. The frames before or after this could be good, but not this one. This one's just blurry. You couldn't put this on your wall. It's got to be a D. Okay. Incredibly comedic. This is fantastic. This is an easy S. Not just for the comedy of Whipped Cream Man, which is not what this is, but it's very funny to imagine that this is Whipped Cream Man, and that... Okay, we've got Rhett and Pike, who are both kind of like rizzing up the Whipped Cream Man, who is now... I shouldn't stop saying that because it sounds inappropriate, but, you know, we've got Rhett and Pike are kind of like whipped cream guy. What's her name's Ophelia, I think, is like looking at Pike. I think they're, yeah, she's got like a romantic interest in this Pike guy. So she's not even looking at the Whipped Cream Man, who is just turned into whipped cream. She is fully looking at Elf Boy. we've got our goblin Pixel, who is staring down the whipped cream man. And then we've got Ko, who is looking again at whipped cream man. So this is a very interesting comedic dynamic. We've got some folks in the back who are making a variety of faces. Something interesting that I've just noticed now that doesn't quite make sense. What's this about? What's this about? Why are these like this? There's like, why is the chair behind Rhett have extra bottles on it? That's weird. And then we've got other bottles up here, but they don't really make sense. Huh. That's strange. Almost for that, like, that's just kind of distracting. Now that I think, like, if I had this on the wall, I'd think that's a little bit distracting. Also, like, her torso's cut off right here. I don't know if it's the frame doing that or what. But something about this composition makes me want to drop it down. At first glance, I was like, this is really an excellent thing that you'd want to hang in your wall for the comedic value alone, but like some of this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to drop it back to, I guess, a B. This is cool. I like the blue color in the van. The knocked over thing, the kind of Bane looking dude. Sure, this is an A. Okay, this is a bit of action. This is good. I'm gonna go with a B. We've got kind of one character reaction shot. There's another one where the front's a little blurry. We're kind of mid-action, but it's kind of tough to see or describe what it is. So I'm gonna go with the C on this one. You could technically put it up on your wall. I don't think it'd be like a still from a movie, I suppose. Dude, can I click the button any harder? This is intense. This is great. The kind of red eye looking out at you, the dust and everything kicking up around the cowboy hat. I like this robot cowboy vibe is very good. I think that this is good work. If I could press the button any harder. All right, this guy, robot cowboy man, 10 out of 10 character design. I think that this is really stellar work. I'm going to hit save. There we go. Let me check and make sure that actually saved. Sure. This is pretty good. This could be like art in the book. The D&D books they're making. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most interesting. I'm going to go with a B. Oh, we're back to bashful shark guy. I'm going to give this one another B. This one's good. The composition, like there's kind of a lot of dead space up here. We've got 3 of the 5 or 6 main guys, right? The main crew. And we've got the enemy who's kind of looking exasperated. I don't know. This one doesn't. I don't think this one works for me. It is cool to see the characters here, but they need to be in better spaces, I think, for this to really hit home for me. A faded shot of the credits is not going to do it. We got kind of a speeder chase thing, and I kind of like this one. Actually, you get a bit more of the, like, this could be a landscape, right, vibe. Yeah, I like it. Let's go with an A. This is a cockpit. You could cut the background out. Do some cockpit stuff in here, but like, I wouldn't hang this on the wall, I don't think. This one's good. I like this one. I like the looking at the dog. This seems like maybe the dog's like really important. If you just hung this on the wall and you didn't have context. So S, yeah, this is you need a good printer, right? Because you're printing the darks on the darks, and you don't want to get like muddied. But if you get like really high quality printer or something, that'd be good. Okay, this one in context with the scene that it's in is very very good. I think as a single frame, it's tough to pick out what's going on. What's going on here is that this is the revolver of the cowboy robot, the bounty hunter robot back here. And then this rotates up into place so he can take a shot, and his eye is right behind it. But on its own, this is tough to figure out what's going on. So if you had this in like, you know, a collage of stuff, it might work. But on its own, I don't think so. This is just black. This is just a black screen. That's not what we want. We've already done this one, so I'm gonna give it an A. I don't remember what I gave it last time. It's just a another frame that's there. Okay, another one of the starfighters. Technically, you could make a wallpaper like that's fine compositionally, but there's just not a lot going on. No, it's too dark. We're too in the middle of something else that's supposed to have relevance that like the image on its own isn't cutting it. This one's good. I kind of dig this. It's a little bottom heavy, and this it's a bit weird from a, you know, the way that it is, that like the bottom is cut off, or like the sides. It's, you know, very narrow to the screen for having such a wide shot. They take up relatively little space. I like a B. This is kind of cool. I feel like this suffers the same fate of this is on a wide aspect, and then, you know, we're a little bit zoomed out. But I like this shot. This is probably a good A. Ooh, this is incredible. S, easy S. The different colors and things are fantastic. The composition is very, very good. Even though we cut out the corners here, it does take up the whole space. You kind of get a lot of that, like, we're using everything that we have here. This is great. I like the lens flare that's coming out of this cloud here. We're getting the ships on the painterly background. This is great. That's fantastic. Here I believe that Pike is checking the time, and his watch is not a watch. So I think he's just confused about how watches work and where to buy one. So I mean, it's good art. It's not like a great individual frame. I'm gonna go with a C. This is cool. I like this one. I like the glow of the gun, and like there's the action of like this is mid reload. She's very intense for this, which is great. We got a bit of like there's a bunch of crazy shit happening in the background, and our sniper's just cool and collected and shit. It's pretty great. Pike here is looking romantically at a wrench, which I don't know is appropriate, but he seems enamored with it. No, I don't think this one really works. So it's gonna be a C. Another one, I don't like this one as much as the action of knocking over the dumpster, so I'm gonna go with a C on this one. This is fine. This could be art in the book, or this could be like on the cover or something. But there's a lot less to talk about, I think. So just like a B or a C. Now the shot after this is very good, but this one is just red, kind of looking at you like you really fucked up. And then you got the dog at the bottom, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I'll give it a C. I like the shot after it. This is great. Yeah, this is a solid A. I like the gray background, the kind of shattering of the gem in his gauntlet, so that's cool. This one, more of the credits. The credits here are fully faded in at this point, so I kind of like this shot better than the one where the opacity wasn't as high. This could go like inside the cover of a book, but I wouldn't want to like frame it and put it on my wall or anything. I'm gonna go with like a B. Kickstarter. Ooh, you go back to Kickstarter. Wow. No. This doesn't do it. It's good in context, but as an individual frame, it's kind of tough to figure out what's going on, so. This is another one of like we're in a dynamic action and like everyone's gearing up to do something, but we're not the right moment. We're not the right frame to really piece this out as like this is what's going on. So I think I got to give it a C. I think this is just the cover for one of the books, just full stop. This is great. Kind of like this. He's angrily looking over the hatch on whatever he's opening. With like a B. This is the shot that I like. I like the outstretched hand and the dog and the ship descending in the background. This is before it was like you really fucked up, and this time it's like let me help you. So there we go. This is another kind of sad shot. We're looking a little bit bleary, a little bit teary-eyed. I'm thinking this one's got to be a B. A B. That's just a background. There's nothing much here. If you had like a corporate fancy office and you wanted to set all of the background like lock screens to something interesting, this would be a good wallpaper for that. But I think it's like a dynamic, like this is what's gonna get me going. Like I put this on the wall in my room so that when I wake up I can look at something peak. This isn't that, but it is like this is a good composition to look at when I'm sitting down to do some paperwork maybe. Another thing I've seen here is something like, I'm going to throw this in the dumpster, right? I didn't even put an F button on the app because I didn't think I'd get anything that's like, this is a fail, right? I think this one's like a C. Oh, this is cool. I like this logo with the midnight logo and then the ship in the background. That's got to be an S. They should make this their banner on their page. That's pretty freaking cool. I like the bounty board. This composition is great too. They're cheersing to being number one. Hell yeah. This one's cool. This is a little bit of a mid action scene, but we get, we're gesturing at something that you could probably pick out if you're just looking at a still, like the kind of one character here in the center, and then the kind of dynamic around it. So I'm gonna give it an A. Holy shit. Cool robot. Cool robot. What else do I need to say? Cool robot with the lensing astigmatism effect. Whoever drew this frame has an astigmatism because they get it. There's a harsh vertical line. Like a classic, my eyes have problems when the lights do this. We've seen this one before, right? Except in the last one, she was punching the bag and he was like on his little computer thing. I like this one better. This one's an A or an S. This could be your background. Yeah, let's go S. I like this one as well. The dog is happier. The rat is happier. We get a little bit of like, what the fuck's going on? But then this guy shows up and he's like, "You want to go get croissants?" Yes, I do. A. This is a good character shot for Red. Like, I feel like just the face here could be a profile picture, or just the face here could be a profile picture. That's pretty cool. I like the characters in the background are filling out the space. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Let's go with an A for this one. This one's too early in the sequence. There's too much empty space. I do like the explosion of the bird here, but I also like the ship going in front of it. But I feel like if we'll find a better frame for this specific shot. So I'm gonna go with a B. No, I'm gonna drop it to a D. Just because I don't think that the composition works. It's 2 to 1 side. I don't know what's going on here. The shot is a little bit, like, I don't understand the context. This reminds me of the gun that the cowboy has, and the tentacle that he has, but I don't understand why it's doing this. So. This is good. I like this one. I like the little Greebly ship stuff that's going on here. With the stickers and I think these are posters, right? Character design's great. Yeah, that's nice. Another painterly background. That's pretty middle of the road, average. This one's good. I can think of a reason why this one might be higher than the one before it. I won't say it aloud. I won't. I could, but I won't. We're putting this one in A. A is probably fine. I like this one as well. The composition here I think is pretty good. It's a classic like reaction shot from an anime of like some shit just exploded and now we gotta all look at it for 30 seconds. So this could be, yeah, I think this is an A. Okay, here is Shaving Cream Man. What did I call him before? Marshmallow Man? Something? Whatever he turns into after this. And now we get a reason of like, she's still looking at Pike. Pike's looking at her. Red's looking at Clown Man. And it's like, we're staring down the clown. Except for these two are eyeing each other up. They're not interested in Clown Man at all. And we still got the weird bottles. The bottles are throwing me off. Like, I don't understand it just seems weird. It seems incorrect. I don't know if that's an animation mistake or what. The bottles there are still attracting me. I'm gonna give it a B. No, this one doesn't. This one's not my favorite. It would be a good background if it were just the stars and the clouds, but the hands over here indicate some sort of composition that we haven't arrived at yet. So until we arrive, we'll leave it in no man's land. This is great, obviously. I like this one. This is a good meme. This is a good meme template. Robot Man being eviscerated by some sort of blue flame. Me when World War III destroys my city. That's not funny. Me when I'm trying to drink tea and it's not working. I think I'm just bad at drinking stuff. Me when when roller coaster. I wanted to press the don't sue me button. I like that button. I personally like this frame a lot, I'll be honest. This one, it's got the cool cowboy in it, but just the angle of things makes it difficult to read, so I'm putting it in C. a credits page with the credits full opacity. That's great. This one. So we've seen the one before where he's like, his eyes are blue, but now his eyes are red. So this is like, I'm angry and you've got your hand on my face and I don't like it. That's like a B. Okay, I certainly like this one more than I liked the previous one of this sequence. Where they're all like standing around him. This one feels a lot more balanced because we've got, I think this is our sniper lady up here in the top left. We've got Mr. Dinosaur here in the center, and it's kind of balanced around like these guys feel like they're going this way, and then this guy feels like he's curving up this way towards the camera. You know, so we got that going for us. I'm going to give this one a solid A. Yeah, that's kind of cool. This one, it feels like we're in motion, but like there's no motion in the actual frame. You know, the frame feels static, but the scene has motion. So I'm gonna go with this C, I guess. It's cool. I wish that the ship up here was a little bit more in focus. This is cool. This is a cool ship. With the bird and then the robot guy and then all of the tentacle monsters. That's an S. That's an easy S. Oh yeah. Logo shot. This one's dynamic. This one's got action. You can kind of see things falling. You can see the attack that must have caused those to like get all broken up and shattered and stuff. That's a good one. A. A good shot of our dinosaur man doing his dinosaur thing. I wish they were a bit more in focus. I'm going to go with an A. This one's, we're in motion, but we're not resigned to. Also, the glove is overlapping incorrectly on this little thing here. I don't know, I'll give this one a B. Okay, this one, much better than when the wrench was in the air, but now that's on the ground. Well, okay, part of me is like, it's too big now. The proportions feel a little bit off. Obviously, it's close to the camera. Oh, but you got the can here that's kind of grounding it. It's a little bit interesting because if this were a bit more painterly, I think with the light and everything, it might blend in better. But with the can being the kind of painterly style that the backgrounds are, and this being a bit more of the camera style or the character style that we get, this feels a lot bigger than it should be. It also kind of looks like the Darksaber, which is cool. I'm gonna go with a B. The casing is cool when it's in motion, but it's blocking the composition, so I'm going to go with the C. Okay, this is an S. Because, of course, go back to Kickstarter. I've already backed it. I'm very excited. I'm excited for the summer playtest. Because I want to play it. I think I gave this one an A before. I think A fits. This is cool. In context, it's cooler. I think as a lone frame, this is kind of a little bit, his posture's just bad. When he fully stands up, it'll be peak, but for now it's got to be a little bit lower. This could easily be your wallpaper. That's good. A. Excuse me. This one's, the movement here's a little bit strange, I think. It feels like we're kind of in the air, but we're also on the ground with some of the characters. I don't know. Nah, that's not my favorite. We've got some digital energies here. Pretty cool. Got kind of the blue shirt. I think this is the bird thing that we see. Against a big monster. That's kind of cool, except for the digital stuff is a little bit distracting. We just don't know why it exists. So I'm going to give it like a B. Does it get any points for for having a notable voice in the background? No. This would be much better if their logo were in view. It just kind of seems like you're hiding their logo in the background when it's a single frame like this. You gotta have the full logo. You can't have any opacity on it. Okay, we got this shot again. We're kind of looking at... Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. That's probably a C. Just for being the third time that I've had to look at this, like the other stuff that's up here is not even loaded in yet. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine, but like nothing else is loaded in yet. This is a good action shot. It's a little bit to one side, which I guess is fine because it shows you like the attack direction, like the energy in the image is moving from this side to this side very clearly. Yeah, it's a solid A. This one again, credit where it's due. Give him an A. Okay, this one doesn't work. This is just there's just a in between frame. I like the logo. The logo like this is really cool. It's a little bit blurry because it's like doing its thing, but it's like a solid B. Excellent character shot. If you really like Pike, make this your background. Again, our dinosaur lad. I don't know what this is. This kind of looks like the... Who's the bird guy from My Hero Academia? Whoever the bird nighttime guy is, that kind of looks like that. Yeah, this is an A. Here we get a close-up of our wrench. That's, I guess, a B. It's fine. Oh, I think there's literally a second later. This is a great shot. S. This is just some pants. This is just some pants. Kickstarter. It's a little bit blown out because of the light. Oh, I gotta speed up. I'm only at 100. This feels like this is going. This is one of those where it's like this was a very good idea at the start, and now the only thing I can think is that maybe it's a little bit like, I think this is too boring. I think unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I fear that I may be bored. I've kind of hit the wall of like, this is not... I'm no longer entertained with this. This is cool. I like this shot. This is like a solid B. Another character shot. That's good. That's what I asked me for, right? I like this as well. The kind of shielding on the ship kind of flying upwards. That's good. Okay. I realized that I am exceptionally bored. And now I'm just yawning into the microphone. So I'm going to give you one last please don't sue me, and then I'm going to stop stream. Because I think the funny of this has hit its end. I'm going to save it. Maybe we'll come back to this one day. This will go on the list of things I've not finished. And you can all complain and tell me, no, you have to go back and finish the review thing.